Welcome to Crimson Guitars and another Saturday unboxing video. We weekly take a new tool or a new bit of guitar kit, an effects pedal, a tremolo, and take it out of the box, look at it, have a bit of a play and give you our opinion. Sometimes this is something that has been given to us by the company to assess, and I say when that is the case, or stuff that I buy because, quite frankly, having this workshop means that we get a lot of stuff coming through, which is pretty awesome. I get lots of toys to play with. Today is one of those days. For the last decade or so, I have often said that the random orbital sander is my favorite tool ever. And recently I've been moving towards using scrapers almost exclusively. And I absolutely adore scrapers. They're easier, quick enough to sharpen, and we're going to be doing a sharpening video on that soon. But you can't take an untrained apprentice and say, here's a scraper, go and do a perfect job. They don't know how to sharpen it yet, they don't know how to hold it properly, and you just want to give them a sanding machine and say, go into the barn in a quiet corner and sand that guitar down, please, thank you very much. But I've been using a Makita random orbital sander for all that time, and I've bought 3 or 4 of them over the last... I've bought 4 90-quid sanders over a 6-year period, and I've only got 1 of them left, and I've had to replace the backing pad on that 3 or 4 times, and I've blown up motors and lost a lot of money in the process, and I've got nothing to show for it. Now, I have been lusting after the tool that I'm unboxing today for years. I think I saw it at the Yandles woodworking show 3 years ago for the first time properly, and properly realized just how much I wanted it in my life. It doesn't come in a box, it comes in a box. We have a Mirka branded sustainer unit, which as you know, they stack and are very, very useful places in which to keep your tools. I have got here the Mirka Deros 5650 CV, and I mean, look at that. That holds the tool in place. They've won awards for the design of this. Brushless motor, no moving parts, and one of the main reasons why I want this machine is it is dustless. You hook it up to a vacuum, and that's that. Now, I've not actually turned this one on. The other bonus is, well, all of these dust holes go to the same place and out, so there's virtually no dust. And it also comes with a smaller pad, which I will probably end up using this one more. I need to figure out how to take it off, so I'm going to have to read the instructions in a minute. This is just the first impression. I assume that this will help with that. Now, they do an air version, and but I wanted the electric, because I just had to. Now, I've been using the Abranet discs for ages. They last 5 times longer, cost twice as much, but in the long run are much, much cheaper. This has also got a pad saver, and there's a pad saver in there, which means that you can buy those fairly cheaply, so that you don't actually damage this backing pad, which is awesome. This is my pet hate. Giant, multilingual wastes of paper, but still, what can you do? So I'm going to go away and read this. Obviously, this isn't my first impression, because I have seen this tool used and played with it at the Yandles show. But, oh my goodness, the quality is just mind-blowing. I'm going to read the instructions and plug her in, and we'll have a go. Alright, I've just had a read through the instructions. The English one is on page 42. Now, there is a rubber seal in there, that we need to go through. There we go. In order to get there. And I'm not sure if this is working or not. Hold on. Ah, there we go. Stop being silly. There we go. I've just taken the big one off and I'll put the little one on. I wanted to show you this. These are little, well, hex bolts. In order to change the vibration of the machine, basically if we're using this, it is set up to work perfectly fine. If you use the pad saver on the top, they say that they found there's a little bit more vibration. And if you put an extra hex in there, that changes the vibrational response of the machine. Absolutely amazing. In the EU, we're very health and safety conscious, and they've just changed, or they are just changing the regulations with regards to vibration in the workplace, and this machine already complies, and I'm not sure if any others do, apart from possibly the Festool. So that is on, although I need to tighten it. So there we go. Now I personally feel the smaller pad is better for general guitar building and finish work. So, just out of interest, I'm going to find a knife. Check out davidbarronfurniture.co.uk. Okay, so this comes with a batch of Abranet, and there's a pad saver. These, I think £10 for 5 or so. Anyway, just to show you it immediately. Oh, wow. They do various styles of Abranet. This one here is specifically for ripping paint off, and thick paint at that. It doesn't clog up. That's amazing. I'm going to go for a standard Abranet 80 grit abrasive. Now, as you can see, this is a mesh, so it does not clog at all. All the dust goes through and into the machine. And we've recently started using these, as a motorbike goes past, we've recently started using these Abranet discs upstairs in the guitar building workshop. And they're so much better than the 3M pads we were using beforehand. Anyhow, we need some power. Here is a stock PAF guitar shape that luthier Tom is currently working on. He's just lent it to me for the purposes of this demonstration. I've plugged the machine in, and the other thing that is remarkable about this is the noise. I haven't actually turned this on yet. This is the first time I've turned it on. So, little button, you've got a light, and then how quiet is that? Okay, it is official. I am buying one of these for every part of the workshop. We need 4 or 5 of these around the place. That is not offensive in the slightest. Now, sadly, what is offensive is the volume of the vacuum that I'm going to have to put it into in order to sort the dust out. What we need to do is, this is a hose. This Mirka hose doesn't, oh, turn it off. That's the one problem. You pick it up and turn it on, and it turns on. Now, how does this work? Ooh, this should be interesting. The machine doesn't come with a hose. Now, I've bought this hose with another Mirka sanding disc, and it doesn't seem to fit. So I need to go back to the instructions. Alright, so it turns out I did not have an adapter of the right size. So, wonderful, high-tech, brand new, award-winning machine, and I've held it on with a cable tie. But it'll do the job for now. And I'm going to have to find an adapter. Brushless motor. I forgot to mention this earlier. It doesn't have moving parts in this thing, or very many moving parts to go wrong. And, well, anyway. So, turn her on, high speed. I'm in love. I'm going to turn on the Earl X Combi Vac, which sadly is quite loud, and see what the dust is like. I am in love. When I'm doing flat like so, absolutely zero dust, nothing, nada, zilch, zip. I can't think of any other words to say that, which sucks because there must be more. When I was doing the carving bit on the side, of course, you had a little bit of dust coming out the side. But this is amazing. The only issue I have with it is the fact that I have to have the vacuum on. So I need to put one of those outside and run pipes so that we're nice and quiet. But the machine on its own is just... that is just... I can't believe it, basically. That is going to make this workshop so much more efficient. This is 180. I'm just going to quickly go through just on this bit and see what happens with the extractor on. I've gone through, just in that area, you can't really see it, to about 400 grit. And I have a perfect finish. It's absolutely amazing. And Mirka supply up to 4,000 grit, which, yeah, overkill, but hey. Well, there we have it. I have obviously wanted this for a very, very long time. It is award-winning. Brushless motors. It has got so much going for it. Mirka already make a full range of sanding products that we use here a lot. It's, I nearly said beyond compare, but if I insult 3M, I'm afraid they'll send in the SWAT teams. I'm convinced they're taking over the world. But this sander cannot be beaten. You can throw your Festoons at me if you like, and that's the only thing that'll come anywhere close. This is amazing. And again, I went and bought this. This is not a product placement by a company, although even when companies do give me, I won't pull my punches. The only issue I've got with this, come to think of it, is the fact that I had to buy the hose separately, and I don't have an adapter for it. Other than that, it is quiet, it is comfortable, it is ergonomic. The fact that you get the big and the small pads with it. So what is this? The Deros 5650. It's the top of the range, nearly £400 worth of tool. But this will last me as long as the last 4 cheap Makita ones did, and those 4 cost me that and spare parts. So I think I've done the right thing here. Now, it comes in the sustainer case with all the bits and pieces, and you know, yes, the sandpaper they make is more expensive, but it lasts 5 or 6 times longer, and the same thing goes for the machine, I'm sure. I'm in love. Thank you for watching. Please click like, subscribe. Let me know if you've experienced these before, or if you just want one. Check out, I don't even know what Mirka's website is. Check out yandles.co.uk. That is where I bought mine, and they are a wonderful bunch of people over there, so you know, I like supporting them as much as humanly possible. I just cleared out their timber store of, they had a delivery of flamed maple. And yes, I went there to buy a sander and bought a sander, and almost more wood than my van could deal with. So yeah, anyway, yandles.co.uk. Click like, subscribe, and comment below. Thank you very much. Have an awesome day. And I'm gonna go and play with my sander now. I'm gonna be walking around the workshop just sanding things to see what happens. Have a good day. Goodbye.